before you go tonight, folks. And now back to a real comedian. So, which one of the tell us go third? Was it you? All right, put your hands together for Nav.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Nav. Anybody here like prostitutes? I don't consume, but I just support the work, you know. Not anymore. When I was a kid, my grandma, I would always try to whistle at nighttime just because I wanted to know how to whistle. I'm still not very good at it. So I'd just be like, my grandma's like, hey, fucking stop that right now. I was like, what's wrong? And she goes, well, in India, back in the day, they used to whistle at night when they were trying to find a prostitute. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And I just kind of stared at her, and I was just like, that's like the part of the joke where, like, if I knew how to actually whistle, I would. But, you know, like one of the ones where you use your fingers, but I'm just not very good at it. I brought my notes too because I'm fucking stupid and have a bad memory. Oh, it really, really bothers me that musicians can do cover songs and get away with calling that art. If, you know, you just upload it and they're like, yeah, this is a better version, but, you know, every time I do it up here, it's like plagiarism or whatever. But if it were a thing, I would just do acoustic jokes. Oh, what are those? That's just when nobody's actually laughing at them. Sometimes we bomb up here. I'm sure you guys have seen somebody bomb on stage before. I remember I was going to do a joke about bombing one time and be like, oh, I bombed harder than Al-Qaeda before. And before we walked into the venue, the MC at that venue reminded us, hey, don't do any jokes about groups that you don't belong to. And then my wife looks at me when we're sitting down and I'm waiting to go. She's like, hey, do you think you should do that Al-Qaeda joke? And I was just like, I don't think that's the type of groups they were talking about. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes my jokes just don't land though. Just like the planes, am I right? I love my wife a lot. We're coming close to a year of marriage. She'll sometimes come to my shows, right? And then right after, she'll just go into coach mode, like, hey man, you should tweak it this way. And I'm just like, oh God, here we fucking go. But I just think I'm coming to realize that your wife can basically give you criticism and make fun of you to their face, or to your face. If you're a guy, you kind of need to do stand-up comedy as a vessel to get back at her. Yeah, she's just like, hey, you should tweak your joke. And I'm like, okay, I think this town has enough tweaking in it already. It's like, I moved back, I grew up here, and I moved back in July. I fucking love it. I'm gonna have this video and one dude is gonna be laughing super hard. I moved back in July, and I was just like, oh fuck, I didn't realize meth was gonna be such a big thing still. I'm just like, how the hell is meth still around? But an even more important question, how the fuck is a candy apple shop carrying a 2023 lease on fucking Main Street? That's my hypothesis, right? Meth is still around. I'm pretty sure this is a business front. You guys are fucking slinging meth. I know it. Candy apples alone cannot carry that lease. Plus, you would think these two businesses are antithetical to each other. One side of the clientele needs teeth in order to enjoy the product. The other clientele just don't have teeth. So my proposal is, it's brand new, it's candy apple sauce.
You know the stoners would enjoy that too, though. I do.
Candy apple sauce, oh yeah, I would totally do it. Yeah, like those yogurt places just with candy apple right there. That would work, like that's a good setup. I'm pretty bad at reading rooms sometimes. I'll just do jokes and like nobody's laughing, but I still keep doing them. Another example of that, I'm a nurse. I work at the hospital here. I work with psychiatric patients. Sometimes people get mad at me. Like one day, one guy was like, "Stop fucking with me, bro. I got bipolar disorder. I got bipolar disorder." And I'm like, all right, so does that mean you're going to start being really nice to me all of a sudden? It wasn't the case. He was kind of pissed. Another day, I was getting ready to send this guy home. He was depressed, obviously, right? Like, that's what happens. But I like to ask patients sometimes, like, hey, do you have a special meal in mind when you get out? Like, what's your first meal going to be? And his eyes lit up, and he's like, oh my God, Chipotle. And I'm like, okay, really? Like, not even a taco truck? And he goes, yeah, I got the perfect order. He goes, I'm going to get a chicken burrito with rice and cheese. And I was like, okay, what else? He's like, that's it. I'm like, that's it? He's like, yeah. Like, I figured if it's not broken, why fix it? And I'm just like, yeah, why the fuck would you want, like, any flavor in your food at all? Is this why the fuck you're depressed, dude? One other thing that I realized working in a hospital is toddlers get beans stuck in their nose more frequently than... Honestly, I'm just going to say they really should. Like, I'm like, why the fuck do so many kids get beans stuck in their nose? And what do we do? Like, the only obvious thing is we give them ketamine. But, you know, I'm not going to judge. One day, like, I was driving and I found a bean on the floor of my car. And I was like, all right, I want to see what all the hype's about. So I shoved that thing up my nose and I was like, oh yeah, this feels good. All right, getting a little bit of a kink-shaming vibe, but that's okay. I was like, all right, let me take this out now. I'm like picking my nose and I'm just shoving it deeper. I'm having a slight panic attack. So I do one of these things. Comes out. So I was like, all right, cool. But then I was like, kind of like, I grabbed it again. I was like, I kind of want some ketamine. I want to try it at least once, right? What else? We just got rid of the mask mandate in hospitals. First time in like over 3 years, I think. It's pretty cool. And I was talking, she's a nurse too, my wife. I was talking to her about it, and we were like, maybe the next big thing is going to be like a butt thing. I was like, maybe they'll make everyone wear butt plugs or something. And she goes, maybe they'll make everyone wear diapers. And I'm like, fuck, that's a better one. I'm going to use that one. Yeah, I was just thinking about, like, we can, like, apply all the scenarios that happened in the last 3 or whatever years to that. And it's just like, I'm not going to wear no goddamn diaper. And 2 weeks later, it's like, anti-diaperer found in a puddle of his feces dead. You're like, I'm not going to get the shot. My friend got the shot, and he hasn't pooped in 3 days. Alright, I'll do one more. Who here did not go to college, huh? Fuck college, right? Yeah, you fucking idiots. I'm just kidding. I went to college. I got a really stupid major before I became a nurse. Exercise science. Like the two most like contradicting things. Like who the fuck needs to know the science behind it? You lift things and you get bigger, right? But I do remember a few things. This is flexion. This is extension. Right? It's pretty good, huh? Pronation, supination. You know how they help us remember that? Supination, you're making a bowl of soup. Yeah, all right, yeah, that checks out. Right, that'll stick in my brain. That's about all I remember though from college. I think that's it for me today. Thanks, guys.